Hello and welcome to game number 4 of this best of 5. Quantic and Rattlesnake, they are fighting in the wildcard match for the International 3-4 place in the actual tournament. Both of the teams live from Seattle. The score is 2-1 in favor of Rattlesnakes. Quantic is looking to make it a 2-2 to force out a 5th game. And Rattlesnake, of course, want to end it right here because the first one to reach 3 wins gets the series and therefore gets the slot and therefore is no longer a spectator in the International 3. I am not by myself for this matchup, as we will see an IO making it through the first drafting phase again. Let's see if Quantic falls for it again. Beaters, welcome back to the broadcast. IO, yes or no? No, never mind, I cannot ask it anymore. Do you think Rattlesnake will pick up an IO though?
They might. I don't know, this has to be some kind of ridiculous mind. There it is, Visage. They're like, screw you, we don't want Wisp, we want Visage instead. But this has to be some kind of crazy ass mind game for Quantic because all these Western teams, they like taking first pick,
yeah,
right? Then they get to the wild card and Rattlesnake's like, no, you can have first pick every game, we'll take second pick always. And they always leave a good hero for Quantic, so now they're just super mind gamed because they lost 2 of the 3 games so far.
Yeah.
They've started with Bat, Wisp, and Wisp. Then they lost 2 of those 3 games. And those are heroes that you rarely get if you're first pick in the Western scene. So they have to be a little bit mind gamed, at least right now.
Yeah, it looks like Rattlesnake was not expecting the IO to make it through, so they're deciding what they are going to do with this. Just in case, they'll pick up the Chaos Knight. I like it. Weaver gets picked up as well. That's a hero that we've seen more often there for Rattlesnake. We've seen it actually for Icy on the offlane. The offlane itself did not really successful, but Icy was able to turn it around. It was played in the first game. And Quantic goes for the Nature's Prophet. So not really giving anything away just yet, but the potential for basically everything is there. We have got high ganking potential with the Nature's Prophet that can relocate or teleport into anywhere. I say relocate because IO could still be there as well. We of course have ourselves a lot of pushing power if they want to, and aggressive trial lane, safe trial lane, it all can still happen. And with now Quantic banning out the IO, there we go. They don't want to be put in a position again where it's still in.
Yep. Plus, I mean, they Rattlesnake took the CK.
Yeah.
That's just begging for IO to get banned when they took the Weaver plus CK.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, let's see what Rattlesnake has as an answer to this one. I mean, as said, Quantic is not really showing that much of their cards. What are you expecting here?
Quantic's got the beginnings of a standard EG lineup featuring Spectre, Vino, and Clockwork. Combination of these 2. So they're definitely going to copycat us and get those 3 heroes. No, I'm kidding completely. They've got a lot of options with their lineup. Furion and Visage are 2 heroes that are just good. They could go any which way with us, so it's too hard to... Like, you keep asking me to make these predictions, it's just not possible. These teams are random, and they pick generalized good stuff so they don't show their cards in the first drafting phase.
I'm actually surprised that we haven't seen a Clockwork yet. Not banned nor picked. Something that is actually...
Yep.
It's actually Rattlesnake's most successful hero.
These teams have been favoring extra carries.
Yeah.
Especially Rattlesnake.
More cores is better.
Stop saying cores. Every team always has 3 cores.
Well, I just want to say cores. More semi-carries, less carries. More carries is better.
There you go.
But not always it's not always a carry. Oh well, I'll try to learn how to say that one, rather. Anti-Mage is the one to get banned out. Well, that's a very generic ban. A hero that we have not seen today. So, interesting at that. We've got a Darkseer banned out, the hero that has been on a 100% losing streak today. Quantic do not want to be around it anymore.
If you're in Rattlesnake's shoes, this whole series has been fairly defensive, right?
Yes.
There was aggression from Quantic in game 1 that didn't work out. After that, the other games were fairly defensive. It was a lot of reactionary Dota. The aggressors have not been succeeding. So when you've got that kind of playstyle, there's already Furion picked up. Anti-Mage is a smart bank. Furion Anti-Mage split push is still insanely good. And Visage is a super strong tri-laner, so they don't want to give him, a free farm Anti-Mage.
Gyro, the one to get banned out. 2 carries out of the way. There we go. Set it.
Yep.
We already have 2 carries up on Rattlesnake though, so they're not too worried about not being able to pick up a very good one for themselves. But they have this, like this is probably the reason, or one of the reasons, that they go for this. Having the ban and the pick at the second picking phase. They managed to pick themselves up a Keeper of the Light. It's very tough to aggressive trialing against that one, of course.
Oh, I think I know what Quantic's doing here.
Massive push?
Okay. I don't want to spoil it in case they're not using it this game. And someone like tips off Rattlesnake or something, but they had a special tactic. I'll put it that way, and I hope it comes out.
No, but you can say it here. You're a caster. They don't hear you.
No. It's bad manner to spoil it, because let's say they win this series and they didn't use it. That's something they would use later on, you know.
Okay.
I hope it comes out. If it does, I'll let you know. How about that?
Well, in terms of your spoiler that you don't say, that's a bit sad. What heroes are you expecting for Quantic?
How do I answer that without spoiling? Well, it'll be fairly obvious after this pick.
Luna.
No.
Lesher.
They might have to abort. Yeah, they aborted their plan.
Okay.
After seeing the Storm Spirit pick up. They had a Tinker because Tinker with Hex is a hero that can deal with Storm, but at the same time, Storm is a hero that can definitely deal with a Tinker as well. That will be interesting to watch. There's a lot of Turtle and Split Push coming out for Quantic right now.
Yeah, Tinker and Nature's Prophet, global pushing, split pushing. If this turns into late game, no matter how many carries or cores you have, that's always going to be annoying to deal with. Lone Druid, the one that got banned out here, so I think that's a good ban. Pushing power removed from the pool. And Quantic, one more last ban to go for, and it's probably going to be support. We still have maybe a follow-up disable to need for, or needed for the Chaos Knight, so Lina, Leshrac, Jakiro all still in the pool. That could actually be a very nice aggressive trial if they really want to go for it. Keeper of the Light. Oh, they go for Hey! Look at that! We almost forgot about that one. The hero that Rattlesnake has picked up first in all the games so far. Removed from the pool.
Rattlesnake didn't have a Nyx last game. You're crazy.
I'm crazy. They're picked up first in the first 2 games. Removed
there
from
you
the
go.
pool. Fixed. So, let's see what they go for next. They only have 20 seconds left in their bonus time, and that's something worth pointing out because Quantic has not used a single second in their bonus time. Not one. So they have a plan, alright.
Oh yeah, this is definitely something that's prepared from Quantic. Anytime they're picking this quickly. I think the one pick that was just kind of like an adjustment was Tinker.
We've got 4 intellect heroes for Quantic. Good choice to ban out Nyx Assassin.
5 seconds remaining.
And there goes the Asian Decoration.
Quantic Gaming's turn.
Wow.
In terms of turtle potential, Rattlesnake is actually pretty decent right now. Keeper of the Light, Age Deparation.
Yeah, this is gonna be the AA Storm Snipe show. And Storm in early team fights is gonna have Chakra from Coddle, which helps him out immensely. AA in the landing phase with CK is super insanely strong once they're both level 2. This is a really nice lineup coming out from Rattlesnake.
10 seconds remaining.
But their trialing is contingent on getting level 2. It's not the best level 1.
5 seconds remaining.
I will say that.
Yeah, Visage is a little bit better there, but they would be forcing Jen to be in the aggressive trial. And actually, they have run Tinker aggressive trial lines before with Soxgon Tinker, so we might see that again.
And Queen of Pain last. So Quantic's got no actual hard carries against this. They've got 3 highly mobile heroes, and it looks like it's going to be a Tinker tri-lane. So this is definitely interesting. But the Quantic is known for running this off-the-wall stuff.
Yeah, they've actually done this before, a long time ago already, even with indeed Soxka on the tri lane there. But it depends on if that's actually what they want to be doing. It looks like they might be going for a safe tri lane there and just leave Silent on the Tinker, or sorry, on the Nature's Prophet on the suicide lane / jungle. But let's see who's playing what. Actually, Funzy will be on the Queen of Pain. Will take on the mid role. Has already been pulled a healing salve. Still waiting to buy new things though. Taking his time. We've got a Goblak picking up a smoke now. And of course, being on the Chen and one of his signature heroes. Silent on the Nature's Prophet, moving towards the bottom lane. Probably will be going into that jungle once he finds safe. Might actually be wanting to try and go into the Radiant jungle from the high ground. Let's see if he tries that one. We have got the last two heroes for Quantic. The Tinker and the Visage played by Shokska on the Tinker and fucking Mad on the Visage. And they will both be safe trial laning / semi trial laning with the Chen in the jungle on this top lane. And I'll leave Rattlesnake for you to introduce.
Alright. Icy's on the off lane as the Bugman. Bottom lane is going to be Lan M on the Storm, as well as a Coddle played by Sagam. Then middle lane is going to be the CKAA played by Luo on CK and Kabu on the EAA. So the first dual lane mid we've seen in the event.
Yep.
Bust it out in the wildcard game.
On the
And it's against the Quap too, which is something that's just weird because you're not gonna kill Quap. They're expecting Tinker to be here, I think.
Well, they're in
Now
for
that
a
they see
surprise.
Quap, they're sad. They're real sad.
And Funzy having a brilliant block here, I just want to say.
Yep, true.
I mean, the block for Rattlesnake wasn't even that bad, but yeah, there we go. On the top lane, Sentry Ward already gets placed, and that will be Icy being forced away from the lane. Fucking Mad. Exchanging blows, actually, that's not something that you can really do all that safely up against an Weaver, but he has, of course, got his Tinker helping him out. Rockers will be there. Actually, did he actually see that the Sentry was placed? I hope he did.
No, he definitely knows, but he just tanked 4 auto attack.
Where are you expecting the first blood to happen? And who? Like which side, rather?
I think Quantic's gonna get it on mid lane.
Well, they have got a dual lane there, which is quite interesting there if they are indeed getting that first blood. That would be a major blow in the face
Quantic's
of
got a
Rattlesnake.
dual lane there too. They've got a Satyr and they've got a Queen of Pain. That Satyr right now is as powerful as the hero, if not more.
True. That's very true. And I mean, that's one of the more annoying things. Lucky for Rattlesnake.
There is... Oh, hold on.
Yeah?
Goblak, if he so chooses, can get a Harpy Stormcaller and just win the
That's
game.
what I wanted to say.
Yes.
Where is it? Oh, it's in
He could just win the game.
That's the most broken creep. Like, if you put that mid, and I think he's gonna find it right now. And Satire only has one more shockwave left.
He's got a smile on his face as he takes this creep.
He's gonna stack it first. And that's the last shockwave gone there. So
Oh god, don't take the Centaur. The Centaur is appetizing. You don't want that yet.
Oh.
Damn it.
Doesn't want it. Well.
Maybe he's gonna go for a kill on Weaver with a Centaur. That's the only thing I can think of.
It could be.
Even that, he spoke up, so he's definitely going for a kill somewhere. Or mid, maybe. It has to be mid.
Let's see if he can get Kabu.
Oh, it's such a bad angle to go from.
No, they go for Luo. The slow is there. In comes the Centaur looking for the stun. Maybe finds it. That's not finding it. That's not gonna be a kill. Riyadh drift in. They want to take down the Centaur, and they will.
That was such a bad angle to come from. Goblak just rushed that gank big time.
Too rushed. Not good for anything, and that's gonna put well, the dual lane a little bit safer, but I mean, yeah, this dual lane up against a solo lane, Funzy is having an okay time with this. He is out leveling the CK, obviously. He has got 7 last hits. CK still having a little bit more, but only a little bit. And once a gank actually is successful, that will be a big difference. Goblak still doesn't pick up the Satire though, or at least the Harpy rather. He picks up a Wild Wing Ripper to kill off his own creeps. It's kind of sad. But so far, no first blood on the board just yet. Icy on the bottom lane, getting some experience. 7 last hits. Takes some rockers to the face. Shoxka 9 for 0 though, also not having that much. In the meantime, bottom lane, we might see Silent going down. He will be the first blood. There we go. Sagam getting him. TP out, not in time. Vortex being used for that one. And Poop Feast, 420, gets himself an item. Awesome.
Oh, excellent name, Poop Feast, 420. Congratulations.
Yeah, the only name that stood out thus far.
And just think Scoble from second, he's 1-1-1 in level 3 on Coddle. You rarely see that. But considering he's in a duel lane against one, smart. At the same time.
Yeah, making sure that silence his only option would be TPing out.
Invisibility.
And that's something that Lanham can stop. Or at least delay, rather. Pretty useful. We've got another... oh, this time he picked up the Harpy. Thank you! Goblet comes mid. Takes the last hit. Funzy sitting around there with an Invis rune. There's one of lowest cover. And actually, Rattlesnake being very safe. They saw the rune being picked up. They have the ward.
Yep, they also see a Harpy and they're like, yeah.
They really want to take it down. They hate Harpy. I don't blame them. And that might actually be their death right now. Luo taking a ton of damage. Will there be a blink from Funzy to try and get this kill? He has got another scream. Goes for Cabo instead. Test of Faith. That's a kill right there. Goblak with the last hit.
Solid Test of Faith RNG right there if I've ever seen it.
I mean, that's all what I'm crediting this to the Harpy. People hate that Harpy so much they're willing to throw away lives for that.
That was 182 damage test.
Is under attack.
Damage max is 200. That's some solid RNG for Goblak.
Yeah, in the meantime, bottom
Silent
lane,
on
Silent
bottom lane.
again. Needs to TP out. Can't. Storm Spirit with the last hit. Again.
Storm
Or
was
not
level
again.
5 at the start of that. He wasn't even level 6, so this is just
This is just domination.
positioning and decision making from Silent this game.
Yeah, the only way that they can get up to range there is when the mana leak goes on and he tries to run.
Yeah.
And then Lanham can just run up to him and kill him. Second kill on the same target for Rattlesnake. Of course, in the meantime, the mid lane not really won per se, but I guess not really lost that hard yet either. I mean, Luo is still getting decent last hits. He actually has decent denies as well. 11 denies, 14 last hits for 6 for Funzy only. So, I mean, Luo is getting something out of this, but he is just getting behind on levels, and Funzy is just doing fine on that department. Well, fine. He's not actually that far behind, actually. So once he's level 6, we might see a little bit more aggression coming out in this mid lane. And at that point, Funzy will be out-leveling Luo and Kabu quite heavily, I think. And Kabu is going to have real trouble with that Sonic Wave that can come out of Funzy at that point.
Oh yeah.
Did you yawn? Did the chat hear you yawn?
I did a while ago.
Oh. Well, chat behind. Oh
Fair
well.
warning.
There's not that many people there. So not that many chatting going on. Lucky you. Lucky you. Getting away with it.
Yeah.
Icy might be a little bit over his head. Or wants to go for a kill on Shokska. There comes the... Oh. There comes the Martian Machines. But Shokska will still go down. The bug is there as well. That's Icy with the solo kill. Getting level 6 from that as well. Getting slowed down, but he has got his time lapse right now. In the meantime, Queen of Pain goes down in the mid lane. So 2 kills instantly. Like at the same point. At the same target time. And that was probably 4 second stun.
That was sick awareness from Icy. He knew that Tinker did not have any points in lasers. If Tinker has 1 point laser, that kill probably doesn't happen for Icy. But he knows that he has 0 points in laser, so he's able to dive it and then live. So even if there's a point in laser, he'll dive it and he'll live. But he'll have to use his ultimate. But there he's able to actually get the kill because he knows there's no point in laser. It's solid.
That is very solid.
The rocket as well. But Shikuchi Tread's picked up on the CK.
You are turning into a marshman, so I'm gonna call you back. Just to get the quality back up. Skype calls tend to be a little bit flaky after a while, so that is the way that it goes. So, we're back.
Skype waffle program.
Happens. Happens. Can't raid call with
CK
camera,
going
right?
top.
Is under attack.
Lane.
Oh.
Look up CK, wants the Tinker.
Can they get him? Soul Assumption. Icy still has a time lapse. Hand of God coming through as well. Here comes the Real Drift. Fucking Matt tries to do what he can. He knows he'll die. There he goes. Luo in a lot of trouble. Maybe if someone comes, but nobody comes, and he is just fine. Just peachy. That's another kill going the way of Icy.
And look at fucking Matt, he's just pinging the crap out of this bug. He's like, please kill the Weaver.
Yeah.
Please.
Rockets, Test of Faith. They
Got
knew
him.
that the time lapse was used. They got him. Nice, nice creeps also. And actually, with these creeps, they might look to go for a push. Actually, go black with the raised dead. Could go for it, but apparently doesn't want to. Well, fair enough then. Mana boots up for the Gen. 3 people middle. Lanham leaving the lane for the first time, going towards the middle lane. Goes for Funzy. In comes a stun. Only 1 second though. Funzy should be able to get himself, never mind, out of there. That's gonna be a nice Age Deprivation kill in the Ice Blast.
Yep. The Ice Blast didn't actually hit, but it flew over him. I got the debuff on him, so he just died to the damage from the cold feet.
Yep.
Because rank 1 blink wasn't far enough from the blink out of the cold feet damage.
And this is Silent. Sprouting himself up, still going down again for the 3rd time this game. I mean, at this moment, you've got yourself a Storm Spirit that's all over the map. Quantic is not ready yet to put their lineup to really to work really. Shoxka still building towards his Boots of Travel, having some trouble getting it up. And I mean, this is a very scary moment for Quantic, I think. Like, this is a time that is crucial for them to survive.
Yep.
And Shoxka actually forced the TP out top.
Yeah, I see. Good job recognizing 0 mana. Hey, let me go on him. I see he's just playing really, really well this game. Despite having that 1 death, he's still just doing so well for himself in this offlane. Comparatively to the Nature's Prophet that is also in a 1 versus 2 situation. He is not doing well. He's 0 for 3, he has nothing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, Quantic at this moment is having their 3 cores all lower net worth than the 3 cores of Rattlesnake. And I'm actually calling Nature's Prophet no core right now, because it's Goblak that is having the amount of gold that he should be having. Nature's Prophet should be having. Of course, Nature's Prophets, I mean, we said it in game 1, once they get the Hand of Midas, they will be able to catch up and will be able to get themselves in a pretty good position, as we have got Lanham being called towards the bottom lane again. So that is a lot of rotations coming off from Quantic to the top lane. They might get icy here though. Sedgwick goes down. Do they have the net? There is a time lapse, of course. In comes Fonzie. Time lapse away. And he should be safe with that. In comes... No, down goes Rockets. That's not going to be Rockets at all.
Oh, they recall the bottom because guess what? They're pushing that tower.
Yep. Welcome,
so why
icy.
not recall them down there? At the same time, middle tower is getting pushed and killed. So everything's just going right for Rattlesnake until Quapple.
Nice double kill for Funzy. They also are able to get a deny. That's no tower. Oh, that could have gotten a deny. That was a bit sloppy right there. But nice double kill still for Funzy. I mean, they need this. This could be the last game for them.
Was a goddamn gift. And the tower should have been denied too. But he was too focused on getting the kills, which is alright. Teams do tend to make a few more mistakes on land like that, but they're just focusing on certain aspects of the game and not others. Yeah, that was a huge double kill. So all of a sudden, Quap's level 9, and his blink can actually send him places that are far away, so he doesn't die instantly. Sakshika though getting ganked on top lane.
Yeah, trying to delay his Boots of Travel successfully, so maybe Lanham goes down too though. Soul Assumption comes in, that's a kill for fucking Matt, and that is gonna be a 1-for-1 trade, but I mean, even though it's a fairly even trade, safe lane versus safe lane, I guess in a way, he was so close to his Boots of Travel. He had 1900 something gold, and now he's down to 1700. So close yet so far.
But at the same time, that also pulled CK to top lane. Now CK can't really farm up here safely, so there's always a give and take.
True. Gold graph going the way of Rattlesnake quite heavily though. 5k in their favor. Experience graph not as much. Of course, kudos to the triple or double kill that Funcy got with 1k in favor still of Rattlesnake. We might have something happening here on the top lane though. Maybe Soxka and fucking Matt are gonna give the tower up, but there's still 3 people around here for Rattlesnake, and they have the mech ready, they've got the levels on the CK, they could just try to go for this. Never mind. With Sagam teleporting, they are trying to defend this middle lane. Successfully so.
Oh. I feel bad for Kabu, he just placed a ward on top lane that was revealed by a sentry that was placed for the Weaver. So that got countered instantly by a familiar, just flapped all over it.
Nice sentries placed though.
Right now, Lanham is not farming towards his Orchid.
Oops.
He is sitting behind heroes baiting them.
Yeah, and he just gets scouted out by a bunch of trees created on his head.
He just ended up wasting like 3 minutes of time. And in that 3 minutes, guess what Tanker's got? His boots of travel up.
Nice. That's
So-
gonna keep Quantic in the game for a little while longer.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, that should be allowing them to also go for maybe a bit of split push, should be ramping up Tinker's gold. Silent not going for a Hand of Midas, by the way. So that's kind of unorthodox. And it looks like Quantic wants to go for something. Maybe for a smoke gank or something. Even though they don't really have the lineup for that, but they're all 5 on this bottom lane.
And it looks like Rattlesnake knows the Ancients are going on. They're sending a Coddle Wave right up there. Doesn't hit anyone, but they send it up. And there's a Weaver.
There's a Weaver, already uses his time lapse. In comes the Tinker, there comes the net. Funzy has got a Sonic Wave if he wants to throw it out, but he doesn't see the target anymore. If Funzy gets Mana Leak, tries to TP himself out, the Illuminate actually doesn't hit him. He lives! In comes Storm from the side, from the top side actually. That's gonna be Lanham trying to make things happen. We have the Visage going down. Age Deparation went down for him, and Luo now in a lot of trouble with the double damage rune. Doesn't help him with running away. He lives though, the birds can't chase him down any longer. In the meantime, Goblak and Silent get picked off by the Storm Spirit. Lanham with a double kill, and that is still Luo on the way out. In comes the Tinker. Rockets fly the wrong way! Fly 2 other people. Now the Mana League. Reality Drift in. Shock Scammo got picked up. 4 heroes dead here on the side of Quantic. I cannot believe how long they managed to chase down that Chaos Knight. I mean, in the end, he went down to the Visage after all, but that's not a worthy trade at all. And it's not even over yet, actually. Funzy's still around here, the one that didn't die this fight. Sonic Wave up on Icy. He time-lapsed himself out of that one, though. Nature Prophet thinking about TPing in. That's a wasted Sonic Wave. 2 minutes cooldown.
An aggressive attempt from Funzy, but he didn't even have enough damage at the time lapse wasn't there. Too much tank on the bug.
Yep. I mean, that was... They could have...
But it's... When you're down, you have to make aggressive plays to come back like that. So it's a good thing to see that. Good AA will come out.
Very good. That is... And actually, also the Keeper of Light gets himself a couple of last hits there. But the Ancients are still go down, yeah. So, Quantic, get that done. In the meantime, Lanham is having an amazing game. Just got a double kill there on that bottom lane. He's close to his Orchid, which will help him greatly with killing off, especially Funzy. Of course, the 2 heroes that can be considered the mid-game heroes in this game. And 1 Orchid.
It's really...
Yeah.
Quantic's lineup is designed to have 5 heroes that are gonna have a good start and then snowball out of control in the mid-game. Be aggressive play, but they just did not have a good start at all this game. And this is a lineup with very little late game, so they've got to get a lot done now.
Well, they're doing the typical Quantic thing. When you're behind, go for Roshan. And this is something that Rattlesnake is not expecting, actually. Now they are. Ancient Deparation ulti coming in, and Roshan only down to half HP. There's no medallion up on fucking Mad. So this could be a steal for Storm. He gets recalled in. Lanham is already on the high ground right here, waiting for his time to go in and steal the Aegis. Shoxka is gonna get sent back to base, and we'll be back momentarily if need be. But this is a fight stopped by Quantic, or at least their Roshan attempt stopped by Quantic. In comes Tinker again, though. Look to fight again. Rockets, fly.
If they commit to this Roche, it should be a pretty easy steal for Lanham.
Yeah.
There's just the only disables are bird stuns, and I'm hoping that he's gonna not get crushed by those. They're 2.5 second stuns back to back.
The Rockets will continue flying. Nice wards also by Quantic. They do have the birds picking off the sentry ward that was placed down by Rattlesnake, so that's quite nice. We have the Orchid now up on Lanham, though. He could attempt to go in on someone on the high ground if he thinks it's safe.
But he doesn't want to overextend, so he's not going to.
One more Rockets coming in. One gets dodged, the other one hits Sag. This is a lot of time wasted for both teams if neither is getting anything out of it, so the one who gets something out of it is gonna be getting quite a bit ahead here.
Hey, that's Rattlesnake. They've killed like 2 birds so far.
Yeah, oh, and they're gonna kill Goblak as well. No way out for him. Ice Blast on his face.
Okay. Right after the kill, Lanham's like, hey, sag him. Give me that mana, bro. And then he's ready to fight again. Power of Coddle Storm.
Yeah, Quantic at this moment can't really go for Roshan anymore.
Lanham is actually going to TP to top because, hey, they've got a Cuddle. The Cuddle can bring him back to the fight anyway. And that's good for Rattlesnake. That's going to let them abuse split push. Get some pressure on this tier 1 top tower. They've already got Weaver's pressuring the tier 2 on bottom now. So they're just forcing Quantic to react right now.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, of course, Rattlesnake is ahead in the game, right? You agree?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Do you think it's down to laning or draft or play?
Play?
Okay. Because their draft is pretty solid as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I think both teams have good drafts. It's just one team is playing better than the other. Period.
And that's what it's all about, of course, in the end. We'll see if Quantic is able to find some mistakes that Rattlesnakes makes and is able to act on it. I mean, we've seen them making mistakes in the second game.
Definitely seen Rattlesnake make mistakes. Definitely seen Quantic make them pay for said mistakes.
Yes.
So constant eye on this Roshan from Rattlesnake. They don't want to give this away for free.
And the main difference is that Rattlesnake in the meantime is still farming, while Quantic is not really farming as much. Not nearly as much as Rattlesnake is doing.
The gold graph is climbing. It's at a 9,000 advantage for Rattlesnake right now. Experience-wise, we're looking at about 7,500 experience. Advantage for Quantic, or wow, for Rattlesnake rather.
Yeah. We have got Icy sitting between the tier 2 and tier 3.
Tower 2-0. There's good pressure on the bottom tier 2. They're getting some pressure on the mid tier 2 now, and they've got good pressure on the top tier 1. So, all of the map control in the world is in Rattlesnake's favor right now. It's just how they choose to abuse it with Coddle.
What do you think Quantic should do to get back up on their feet right now?
They don't have any like real disable on their team, so it's so hard to 1 kill Storm and 2 gank before hexes. And I say that as they're about to kill a Weaver.
No, they're not about to kill the Weaver. There's a lot of sentry wards there, but he's just way too fast. As you said, there's no shutdown. Who is gonna disable something? Nobody. Apart from Gen creeps, Centaurs, yay.
Yeah, anytime that's your best disable, you got issues.
A lot of issues. Of course, you got the Visage disables as well, if need be. In comes Rattlesnake, by the way. They know that Roshan is going on again. In comes Funzy. I see actually taking a lot of damage there. Is actually going down to Tinker's March to the Machines.
Tinker March. Excellent.
And this could be the opening that Quantic wanted. This could be their Aegis, unless Lanham steals it, obviously. Which is still a pretty good possibility. He has got that Iron Branch that he can drop. They're not gonna risk it. They know where he is now, though. That's gonna be some Centauros getting picked up. Luo getting slowed down. Test of Fate there as well. Nice blinding light helping out, though. Should allow him to get back. Especially with the mechanism used by Sagam to keep him up. Sagam, who might be slightly out of position, though, gets rockets and will get picked off. Nice pick off for Quantic. Fucking mad with the last hit. Silence. Gets silenced and killed off. Orchid doing his work. Lanham completely out of mana right now. I mean, his Keeper of the Light is dead. So he has no escape. He dies. That is a worthy trade for Quantic. And that is a Roshan.
They're gonna be able to commit to Rosh, yeah.
Very composed playing by Quantic. Very controlled.
Yep.
Well, that's gonna help them try to kick back that 10k gold deficit. Because it's at
gonna
10K.
take a lot more than that, though.
Yeah.
And to get some buildings too. We got a force on Tinker, which I don't know. That's not a BKB or not a blink die, rather. They look like they need to blink into hex this game.
Icy gets the tower. No deny there. Looks for Funzy. He has the time lapse still. Uses it. In comes Tinker. And that's gonna be Icy's Q to get out of there.
Yep, I'm looking for some slow push from Rattlesnake just for forever. They're up 4-0 in towers. They can just kill his Fury on that will. Tinker doesn't have a blink, so he's easily killable despite him having an Aegis.
Silent actually going still for the Necronomicon.
Could have been forced to go BK. Oh wow.
Oh, Godlife is dead.
Blasphemy is this? You blew it!
Yeah, at this moment, like, even if they get the slows off and everything, if Queen of Pain is forced to go for BKB, who is gonna do the damage? Where's the damage gonna come from? It's not gonna be Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, it's gonna be Tinker's March. And that doesn't seem like the best source of damage you could ever have.
I'm not convinced, yeah. Fonzie still has a Sonic Wave, that's gonna be a source of damage, but of course Rattlesnake has got ways to get back up afterwards. The mechanism being there.
Yep, got a mech of their own.
Yeah, and this is troublesome for Quantic. I mean, they can hold on. I mean, they've got a pretty nice turtle strat lineup.
Oh yeah,
but they just
Furion
can't
plus
fight.
Tinker is really good at turtling. The base.
Yeah.
Not the best at turtling tier 2s, especially now with Blink and Tinker. I'm going to keep bringing that point up because with Blink you can blink into trees and be pretty safe against this team unless you get scouted by Storm or bugs from the Weaver.
Yeah, Silent
Like,
will
or I
end up
guess-
going down here. Icy with his kill. They knew he was there the whole time. Figured they could do something against it. And Icy is just, you know, staying alive here, being on the bottom lane here. And in the meantime, Lanham is also looking for pickups. Finds himself an Orchid up on Fonzie. That is one dead Fonzie, or Hand of God helping out. Vortex comes in as well. But Fonzie still goes down. Sagan with the Keeper of the Light. Illuminate.
And fucking Matt in the back, he's just getting chased down by a Weaver. And the Weaver's like, hey, you guys have 0 stun. I don't care, I'm diving you.
Yep. No tree and protector needed for that one.
Dire's middle tower
3 dead on the side of Quantic with nothing taken in return for Quantic at all. And their tier 2 towers lost as well. Only one tier 2 left standing. The only
Yep,
upset that
and
they have is Tinker still having the Aegis.
4 people from Rattlesnake running this top lane. Icy sitting on bottom, split pushing. Icy plays a lot of solo Dota. Meanwhile, his team just plays together.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
having
longest
multiple
range
pictures-
Vortex on the top lane. Age Separation ulti still flies in. They know he still has the Aegis though, so they don't really want to force it too much.
Yep.
Despite knowing that they're quite far ahead, they're still playing it fairly safe here. I like that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, well this is the most important match for some of these players'
Dire's
Dota
top
careers
tower
thus far.
is under
Like,
attack.
I don't actually know the history for the newer guys in the team of Rattlesnakes, but this is super important. Like, they want to be participating in the international. Everyone does.
Yeah. This could be their chance to get $1.3 million. I mean, yeah, that's quite a big deal. Of course, Quantic, they've all been here before. Every single one of them has been in the international before. Not very successful though. Every single one of them dropping out in the first round, I believe. Right?
Oh yeah, that was MTW, M5,
And Dara.
and Dare, yeah.
Actually, Dara didn't drop out in the
I
first
think-
round.
Yeah, Dare was 12 through 6, or
They made it to Saturday.
9 through 12.
Dire's
9 through
bottom
12.
tower is under attack.
In the meantime, Rattlesnake gets forced back from the top lane.
Lincoln's picked up for Storm. So that's his answer to a potential text coming out. She's like, hey, I got Lincoln's already. Whoa.
Yeah. In the meantime, Icy wasn't even in that fight. So they're 5 versus 4, and Quantic couldn't get a foot in the door. Oh my god, that rhymes. And they're actually
Yep,
still looking
just-
for it. Look at Luo.
Oh.
Oh, zip in! Silent. Vortex. Sonic Wave comes in though, but it's not gonna save Silent, or is it? The stun comes in. Age Separation only gonna fly. Sent home by the Chen. Nicely done, Goblak. Luo tries to TP himself out. Won't be able to do so. That's a kill. Going the way of Quantic right away. Silent still ended up dying in the base, actually. That is quite sad. Scorp somewhere around there as they are looking to find another kill here. Won't be able to do so though. It's a 1-for-1 trade, actually in favor of Quantic. Still a trade nonetheless.
Top tower is under attack.
And once again, Icy, bottom lane. He lives in this bottom lane. Because there's no reason for him to go away.
Dire's top tower is under
He wants to
attack.
find a new
There-
home. He is a dire
Right
hero
up-
after all, right?
Fortified.
Quantic needs to think of something creative to beat this split push, or they're just going to slowly lose this game.
Yeah, and even, I mean, split pushing right now would be, of course, the answer, but they are getting split push like hell first. They need to get rid of Icy before they can do anything else.
I'm over here.
And Lanham zips
Yep.
himself away.
And probably get rid of Lanham too.
Yeah.
But they have no stuns, so how do you do this?
And the slow is gonna get blocked by the Lincolns. Good luck with that. Kabu on the run from some creeps. He's got 3,200 gold because that was a tier 3 tower that Icy just was able to pick up. They are able to pick up the Keeper of Light and get the gem with that as well though, so that's a nice pickup.
Where are they able to get the gem?
No, they're not able to get the gem, and they're actually losing their Visage as well. That's a bit of a shame. Well, all in all, even trade then, Quantic. Well, not an even trade because
tier 3.
yeah, not an even trade at all indeed. And Icy able to run himself out because they can't stop him from doing so. Quantic losing round.
Lanham.
Let's go like that.
Zipping it, zooming from middle lane's river all the way to that camp. He's just like, hi Goblack, you're dead.
I mean, it's 2-1 already. If Rattlesnakes wins this one, they're in. They're in the group stages, and they will be the team to make it to TI 3 and actually participate rather than being an observer.
And they've got all the control in this game.
Yep.
Oh,
there goes the Nature's Prophet. He can pick up any hero on the map when he's solo right now. Any hero whatsoever. In the meantime, Icy is still sitting bottom. They really can't do anything against him. Shruxka basically being forced to be here. Oh, they might be able to do something against him. Tide Lumps, just in case. Just in time. And he gets himself out. They almost got him. That was close. This time was close. We have the BKB up on Luo.
Dyer's bottom barracks
Going for an
are
Assault
used.
Cuirass next. But this is Rattlesnake in a very, very comfortable position to take this game and end it as well. They are still trying to take down Icy in the meantime. Their tier 2 goes down on the top lane because they're just pushing all 3 lanes at once right now. Luo hanging around on the bottom lane. Should they try to go on Icy again? Icy who has a Desolator ready. And Rattlesnake who is in complete control. Any suggestions for Quantic? Ready the second. Silence will first die. Yeah.
I have no idea what they can do in this position. Like, they're so helpless with their lineup. This game in particular, just having Weaver plus Stormy and 0 stuns is a bit of an outdraft. But they have also been outplayed in this game as well, the 2 that they lost. Rattlesnakes only made the super big mistakes in the 1 game that they themselves lost. So I don't they have to get like sneaky with Chen Centaurs or something, coming from behind and getting like 6 seconds to stun the Weaver so they can actually kill him.
There's one problem with that theory though, with that plan. Well, 2 actually, because first Goblik needs to be out of his base. And assuming he can do that, perhaps with a smoke or something like that.
Then Lanham just kills him.
Yeah, and next to that, Lanham is also killing off his creeps. So there's now Centaurs in the jungle, but Lanham will make sure it's not going to be lasting for a long time. I'm thinking Rattlesnakes is just going to wait for Roshan to be up, get the Aegis, move high ground, see how they do there. And
They don't.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna give Quantic a 5v5. There's no reason to. They can just keep split pushing and win the game that way. Yeah. They'll eventually win. Quantic does not have an answer before Hex. And if you look at this progress towards Hex, Tinker is still 2,200 gold away. Pretty far. Queen of Pain is about 5,500 gold away. You know, like, they don't have the progress there to actually put any scare into either of the Lincoln's heroes coming out from Rattlesnake.
You know what? I just realized that this game might actually end with a higher than a 30k gold difference, and that would mean that a lot of people would be happy because they batted on things with their compendium. In the meantime, Silent will die again on the Radiant jungle. He stuck around for too long, got caught out, killed off.
And this is not Silent's game.
Not at all. He actually died 10 times this game. It is, like, without him, it would be about even on the kill score. He's only been involved in 4 out of the 13 kills.
That's rude, Sheever. Why you gotta insult a man like that?
Well, it's like I said, it's not his game. He had a tough lane.
Yeah, let's just call it that. It's just not his game.
That's
saying that his team would do better without him. That's so disrespectful, Sheever.
Yeah.
What would Silent do if he heard you say that? He'd be sad.
I'm sorry.
Up, and Rattlesnake's looking like they want to actually just go in. They don't want to delay anymore.
They do have
They wanna
Lamb
go for the
almost
throat.
with the side of
Oh, the Aghanim tails is flying in.
And that's gonna be
That-
Shockscuff first,
that's
looking
never-
for the next target.
They're all
Go
dead.
Black next. That's gonna be
They
a fucking
all
Mad
dead.
next. That's
They're-
gonna be a double kill for Icy. Nobody dead yet on the side of Rattlesnake. Now they are though. They do get the Aegis, but they lose Silent again. And that's gonna be getting the Aegis back, and Storm can just zip himself out. One thing though is that Tinker was still alive. Never mind, Lanham is still in the base. And that's gonna be Rax. Okay. So I was gonna say the Rax are not down just yet, but they just killed off everybody
Yeah.
before going Rax. That's fine enough.
One
And
thing we never talked about was the Aghanims on AA.
Dire's bottom barracks.
That hit on 3 heroes. Those 3 heroes were not living at all.
Dire's bottom
And
barracks.
GG is called from Quantic.
yep, no more than 25k gold in favor of Rattlesnake, unfortunately for all your betters. But we do have ourselves the last contender for Group B. That's where they'll be heading towards. Group B already considered the Group of Death, right?
I don't know, I haven't looked into
I
that.
believe so. IG and Alliance in there, for example. But we're seeing Rattlesnake in there as well, because they hereby have secured themselves a place in the International 3 in the group stages. And of course, everybody makes it out of the group stage as well. You just get dropped to the lower bracket if you're in the bottom 4, but they make it out. Quantic not so lucky. You were right, by the way, in terms of who won.
Yeah, it was one game off on the actual score, but
Well,
Rattlesnake did win.
I guess I have the
Told
score
you.
right. I have the score right. It's just
Fanboy.
the end. Wow. I have the score right. You didn't. You have the ending right. I did not. So, let's jump ourselves out of this game. We'll be right back. And we'll tell you what's going on next.